he could continue his good run of play. Tip-off is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Hello once again.
Scoring by committee, but Junmar Fajardo does so much for this group. As NLEX draws first blood in CDO. You mentioned it a while ago. Other guys are stepping up here for NLEX.
And it's interesting to know that he hasn't had an attempt here in the game so far.
Not yet. This guy's shot them all. 3. So that's 1 out of 3 for Golden Friendship. It's not a problem.
And there's the first basket here for the San Miguel Beermen. And Adam's one of those guys here who plays well. That's what's going to be really important for them as Mark Henry gets his first basket of the game. You know, when you have a guy like...
Just to take all that pressure right away as we look at Robert Bullock doing his thing. The guy who can get to the basket pretty much at will with his incredible...
factors kaya the plan against SMB is to just overcome whatever the powerhouse team throws at them. Gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Naj Mirabales, with that report. He has become even more cerebral throughout the years.
Yeah, well, that wealth of knowledge he has had as we look at Bullock, just not feeling the pressure. They can kind of reach out there and grab it. But you guys got to realize how absolutely strong he is. You know, I've actually had storied coaches we've had here in the PBA, and he just seems like, you know, like fine wine. He gets better with time.
CJ Perez getting the first local points here for the San Miguel Beermen.
Opportunity to be in the weight room with him, and he is a beast, like a corn-fed mule.
Marshall Lassiter to feed inside, and that's an easy 2.
Just made it look too easy there. Once he had
Adams last game, he was shot 50% from the field, and normally some people might say that's a good percentage, but then he was also on -15 in the raw plus minus as Robert Boldick gets under 2.
Step up, and once they do, man, these Road Warriors are gonna be a pain in San Miguel's side on the road, but not if they know. But a nice 3-point shot there from, sorry, 4-point shot.
Those closeouts that time didn't work out, but let's take a look at this here.
Yeah.
Chris Ross with a long range bomb beyond the door, ran into a brick wall. Here's CJ Perez on the run with the lay-in.
Smart move by the importer.
Turnover, Junmar Fajardo running the floor, and with the lay-in miss, but CJ Perez there to clean it up.
It was a nice move, actually, by the Kraken to get all the way to the rack. Wasn't able to put it down, but that amazing athleticism shown by CJ Perez. First, we see Bullock, like you said, running into that brick wall. And here's CJ on the first one, challenging the...
Referencing now, just report a while ago, they talked about helping Junmar out more. But as I say that, here's a quick turnover. Henry with an easy 2. Well, that's a very important...
Traveling.
No, he didn't really travel. He got on a plane and he needed a passport. Finding Chris Ross. He already has 1 4-pointer. Now you got to defend him from that area. The touch pass to Junmar Fajardo. That's exactly how they drew it up. First quarter. A bit frantic here for the NLEX Road Warriors, especially in the offensive end, but take a look at this. Just as how they drew it up, they talk about helping Junmar Fajardo. That's how to put it. Now swinging that around, Basaramer to Henry. Henry pulls up for the 3, gets that fall.
Well, he can definitely light it up, and Danny doing their thing. Of course, Olsen, Rosella, as we look at the first quarter.
Came in. 5 points for the San Miguel Beermen here as Henry starting to get going here. He drained the triple just before the end of the first quarter, and
especially in the second half.
Vic Manuel to Trollano, and the bench mob combines here for the San Miguel Beermen.
There it is. Don can light it up. Henry's been doing most of the heavy lifting. The other guys need to step up, and that was someone stepping up right there. Great job there by Policarpio.
Policarpio with the pick. Henry settles for the jumper. No good, but then Policarpio able to get that in.
Janelle showing off how long.
Gives it to Passer, swing that to Richie Roger. Henry driving, almost a strip, and he keeps it, and he ties it up at 28-all.
It looked like for a second there he might have lost the ball and turned it over, but good for him to be able to get that ball back, regain possession. Mo steps in, gets the ball loose, but Henry was able to recover and get the shot off.
28-all, San Miguel super time.
He rims it out. Chance for NLEX to get this lead. Ooh, a 4-pointer.
And Policarpio gets the 4. The NLEX Road Warriors, by the way, veer him off course. CJ Perez, oh, what a spin! Got rid of Herndon.
That is what you try to do.
Fajardo. Bolik with the jumper. The fadeaway is good.
Oh my goodness. People don't realize.
Step back and the fadeaway all good as Rosales answers back with 3.
I always love these little battles. Let's see if they go back to
Fajardo. Back to Policarpio. And gets another one from beyond the arc.
You know, the way he's playing.
CJ Perez able to answer back with 2.
You know, for most guys,
double Robert Bolik to find Herndon wide open. Robert Herndon gets his first triple.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew he was going to make that one in particular. Why? Stay past half court as we look at Robbie Herndon getting his feet set and knocking it down.
Take a look at this again. Woo. That little
MJ.
That little shake was good enough for Adams.
With his feet set right under him, he's got a high likelihood he'll make it.
Adams with a tough shot gets that to fall.
That looked Jordan-esque. I mean, that was kind of like that.
Miranda with the pick. And Robert Bolik finding our way in. Gets it back inside, and that was great interplay between the 2.
You got to remember
on the floor anyway. But let's take a look at this again. The little 1-2 getting it back. Jumar Fajardo getting it. And returns it to CJ Perez, who gets a triple. CJ Perez has been big here in the second quarter.
He really has in the game.
Getting the lane to finish, and here's CJ Perez from beyond the arc. Without him, they'll be down quite a bit here. Talking about San Miguel Beermen. 4-2. CJ Perez is wide open in the wing. He gets it. He pulls up for 3, and there it is.
He was open for probably 10 seconds already, so you might want to look for CJ Perez.
Mike Henry with a nice runner to make it a 4-point game, and kicks out there to Mike Henry. Henry settles for the 3 and gets it to go.
Hey, obviously a bona fide scorer and lethal shooter from outside. With his offense, looks like he's saving a little bit for the second half.
Jordan Adams with a nice spin again. You know, we're seeing here in the second.
Let him go.
Driving inside and getting that to fall. Easy 2 for him.
And even Trojano for that respect. Get them to not be able to hit those outside shots, because if they do, turnover, Coach Jung is probably going ballistic on the sideline right now.
And Jumar Fajardo running the floor like a gazelle. Gets it, gets 2, and we'll get the bonus.
I've always said it, good defense leads to easy offense. And this one, they get a nice little assist there from CJ Perez, spotting the streaking Kraken.
His best move in the game. Here's it to Ross. Great feed inside to Adams.
Excellent ball movement. The ball went from the inside to the outside, around the horn and back inside. Easy 2-pointer along the baseline. You're looking once again at Lassiter, Ross, Adams, 2.
And right now, it's the defense of San Miguel.
Ng SMB ay to do better sa one-on-one defense. But right now, it's about playing deliberate basketball and looking for mismatches. Gentlemen.
Thank you so much for that report. Not just Henry gets a pretty finish. Now, they were actually talking about the defense of Adams on that occasion there. The blow-by from Henry. On the attack again, no fouls as the referee. We go the other way. The San Miguel Beermen trailing by 1. Marshall Lassiter gives them a 2-point lead.
If you're a Beermen fan.
Well, let's take a look at this. Marshall Lassiter draining a triple here as he chases the leaderboard, chases the all-time record. We go again as Henry will try to give the lead back to the NLEX Road Warriors. He drives at Jumar Fajardo and he scores inside.
Henry showing off his...
Jumar Fajardo gets it to him. Pascual in the game for the first time, and his first job is to hold off Jumar Fajardo. Here's CJ Perez, finds Adams, and the push shot is good. CJ Perez on the attack, finding Adams. Basket and 1, and the San Miguel.
Look at this. CJ going hard against Henry, drops it off to Jordan Adams, and he does it
He knows that he needs to communicate. At yun naman ang nakasanayan nilang ginagawa ni Robert Bolick. Wala nang tumungtong siya sa NLEX. Mike said they find ways to help each other, give each other inputs on how.
Oliano spins inside and steal here for the NLEX Road Warriors. That's Rob Herndon with an easy 2.
Some quick points once again.
Robert Bolick.
Great matchup here against Ross. Great defender.
And using his speed there, Robert Bolick finishing inside.
Everybody's yelling.
CJ Perez on the move inside and gets it to go to answer Robert Bolick.
What a beast. You know, I had a teammate, I won't say
Scoring here, plus 10 in the third quarter for the San Miguel Beermen. That's been the big difference here. And almost a great defensive stop there for San Miguel, but Normal, the extension and the finish. Saramer driving inside, finding Miranda wide open for 3, gets up the fall.
Again, I think for me, I mean, as a shooter myself, when you get those shots early,
Normal. Ball sticks with him though.
they got a size advantage inside. Terrence Romeo trying to guard Miranda, and boom.
Michael Miranda making the difference here for the NLEX Road Warriors. All of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, they're in the lead. Let's take a look at that again.
Inside, outside action. A little bit of a mouse in the house situation. Terrence Romeo trying to guard the much bigger.
And, you know, they are doing this, talking about the NLEX Road Warriors. Out Robert Bolick on the floor as well, as Adams goes inside and ends that 8-0 run with the first 2 here for the San Miguel Beermen. Cruz. Now to Terrence Romeo. Terrence, Pasaramer right in front of him. Terrence shoots over Pasar.
I mean, he's always been a guy. He doesn't need, you know, T-Rome will really make that a glaring error.
Henry going strong inside.
Looked like he did a little front spin. Well, a finger roll on that one. Turnover, had a chance to get a layup.
Normal testing the defense of Marshall Lassiter.
Tough shot.
Oh, that's a tough look. Woo.
That's a confident stroke
For them. Henry to Miranda. Miranda with a hot hand a while ago, and it's still hot now.
You know, in a lot of ways, he's like, I think it was Robbie Herndon right there. Miranda, same thing.
And that is Terrence Romeo with the answer.
You got 3, I got 4. Look at T-Rome make that 3, but 3s are good, but 4s are better, says Terrence Romeo.
Well, for Terrence, when it rains, it pours. That's Terrence Romeo with a big 4. Amer. Great cut inside. The floater is good. That's almost signature from Baser.
He's getting that confidence going. And it looked like Coach John Chico is really laying it, really going after it. Obviously, they both want the W.
Oh, and here's Roger. He gets away and gets 2.
Gets away from the import position.
That is very deep.
Not a good situation for any defender.
Oh,
nice.
What passing from San Miguel.
That type of interior sleeve here. Well rested, like we said.
Michael Miranda. Feeding Richie Roger inside. He'll get it again. He'll try a 4.
Big one.
Oh, Michael Miranda. Unconscious from beyond the arcs.
Again, aggressive. This is a very, very big possession as we look at this. Nice pass from Roger to the open Miranda, who drains it from way up. Pick and roll.
Here's a drive inside, and that's a tough finish from Bates. Bolick.
Bolick wanted a foul, too. He's saying, I should have had the 3-point play there. He is not thrilled.
Making sure that there's no technical foul. Let's take a look at this again.
Boom, boom.
And Robert Bolick complaining as soon as he felt the contact right there.
It's one of those 50-50 calls that
CJ Perez attacks Richie Roger. He gets the bucket and 1.
Rogers complaining he didn't really foul Perez, but nonetheless the referee blew the whistle. So you really have to make a decision right here. Foul him or not, because if you're going to do a little reach in like that, that's not going to get it done. Outside shots, and the guys are going to make it inside. So it's kind of whichever gives you the best opportunity.
And here is Adams going inside, and he gets that a fall. But couldn't get the shot off in the end. Normal attacking Marshall Lassiter. He extends. And you know, that type of hand time and extension, that's not normal.
What a play. I think it's quite abnormal to have that kind of extension. It looks a lot like, I don't know if you remember this guy, but Lordy Tugade.
Yes, actually.
The way he can take those.
Working on Dave Marcelo. The little tap there. And there is Adams inside.
Kind of a broken play. But as they do timeouts, I think the guys shouldn't be as tired.
Oh, Richie Roger attacking Jumar Fajardo.
Right there, just stuck his shoulder right.
Marshall Lassiter will slow things down.
Ooh, Normal.
Chris Ross wide open, by the way, asking for it.
Normal's got about 150-pound difference between him and the Kraken. Kraken just makes mincemeat out of him. Just throw it right off
hard on the post right after. Here's Henry. Finishes strong inside.
He's been a bit quiet as of late.
Well, we're going back and forth. Richie Rogers will slow it down. Goes inside instead. And move from Richie Rogers.
What a decoy there. He looked to his left, spun to his right, surprising the entire Beermen defenders. Let's look at this block first. Look at that. Great block there from Dave. Just catching it perfectly at the top. And Ross gambled a little bit to the left. Ooh, they had him open. Had him wide
they gotta
open.
Shoot. Herndon. He was open. And he buries a three.
That's a three, like you said. That's huge. Uh-oh. We got a 4-point game. I wonder what shot they're going to look for.
4 seconds difference between shot and game clock. This was a broken play. And here was Herndon getting the triple off the scramble. There were a lot of guys open, but they got it to the right one, it turns out.
CJ Paris falling down on the play. Got Robbie open enough to get his feet under him, and when he gets his feet under him, see Lutch.
Again, remember, there it is, a quick two. I wouldn't be surprised here if they try and force another turnover, because NLEX have been turnover prone in this game. Or if they're going to turn this into a free throw shooting contest. Let's take a look at that again.
Coach's plays here. Miranda's keeping his hands out, making sure does not commit a foul.
And CJ Perez couldn't get that off the bank, but here's Chris Ross for 4. No! And it falls to Henry, and the NLEX Road Warriors will escape with a 4-point win in CDO.